Released simultaneously, there seemed to be no stopping Samsung in releasing Galaxies and multiple iterations of what is basically just a bigger and bigger sibling from each other. Mabuhay Manila, this is Drew from ManilaShaker.com and join us in our in-depth review of the Samsung Galaxy C7. True to Samsung official releases, Galaxy units of the same letter with a bigger number mean each of the smartphones shares similar qualities with one another, sans processing power, internal memory, or screen size. Exactly the same can be said for the Samsung Galaxy C7, where it continues the rounded metallic design language with added heft and battery size, but kept some of the slenderness. The front panel looked busy with a set of proximity and ambient light sensors, the 8-megapixel front-facing shooter, the earpiece, and the LED notification light up top, and the traditional backlit non-customizable capacitive keys flanking the fingerprint sensor embedded home button down below. The hybrid microSD/dual SIM card slot is maintained on the right panel below the power button. The opposite end houses the volume rocker. All the ports are below from the left, a 3.5mm audio jack, the micro USB charging port, and the bottom-firing speaker grille. Like its smaller brother, the back is a familiar affair of the OnePlus 3 meets iPhone design language with obvious antenna bands along the top and bottom parts. Nothing much else can be seen aside from the protruding 6-megapixel main camera paired with its dual-tone LED flash. Apple-esque and OnePlus nods aside, the Galaxy C series finally veered away from its tired Samsung formula of covering phones in glass. The Galaxy C7 and all Samsung phones for that matter cannot be dubbed a Galaxy smartphone without sporting Samsung's Super AMOLED display, this time spanning 5.7 inches, which is half an inch more than the Galaxy C5 if size matters for you. You can rest assured that, as per Korean manufacturer's signature, good viewing angles on a sharp and vivid display. Taking your photography game will be a 16-megapixel main shooter tagged at f1.9 aperture that excels in daylit images. Like all Samsung-operated cameras, color reproduction is saturated with good handling of dynamic range. The reds and yellows are more apparent when displayed on the phone's screen. Almost the same is true for low-light shooting, but noise management scored poorly on our tests, showing funky and edgy results. The 8-megapixel selfie shooter mimics any and all front-facing cameras from Samsung with bright and pale colors, with auto-post processing that smudges out facial lines and blemishes. Recording videos max out at Full HD on this mid-ranger, where optical image stabilization is still not present for this device. The skin-heavy TouchWiz UI on top of Android 6.0 Marshmallow still had proprietary bloatware and Samsungware that made the whole experience sluggish, to say the least, even with the improved and streamlined drop-down menu and settings. Underneath all of the aesthetics is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 octa-core paired with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of onboard storage, and 32GB for some regions, both with the option to expand. Like the Asus Zenfone 3, the Galaxy C7 tops the mid-range smartphone benchmark tests that handled graphic-intensive games like NBA 2K16 set on the highest settings. On day-to-day and real-life usage, the Galaxy C7 was fast and did not leave us hanging. Packing in 3,300 mAh of non-removable juice paired with a fairly efficient chipset, the phablet lasted about a day on regular usage. Charging took 1 hour and 35 minutes with Samsung's adaptive fast charging capabilities. High-resolution audio playbacks kept the C series all together but maintained an FM radio tuner. The bottom-firing mono speakers were satisfactorily loud with below-average treble and bass reproduction. The Galaxy C7 is a convincing argument over the C5 if size plays a big factor for you. Sitting comfortably between the C5 and the Galaxy A9 at 19,900 pesos or $430 US, it's a pricey but capable phone with a refreshed look to boot. We're sure you'd want to pit this phablet against other brands and units within your options for an updated smartphone. Head on over to the comment section what units you want compared against the Samsung Galaxy C7 or hit me up on Twitter at Kinuhit. As always, don't forget to hit that like button or subscribe to our channel. For the latest in tech, keep it locked in on ManilaShaker.com. Once again, this has been Drew. Mabuhay, Manila.